Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Brilliancy. My name is Travis, and this is going to be a rant. I'm not really sure how long it's going to be, so bear with me. The weekend before last, my wife and I went to go see Boo Madea's Halloween. Movie was hilarious. That was probably the best Madea movie I've seen, and it's probably the funniest Madea movie I've seen in a while. And my rant is not about the video. My rant is about people's criticism of Tyler Perry. And I'm going to preface everything by saying that I'm not a Tyler Perry stan. I am a Tyler Perry fan. I don't watch everything that he does, but I do enjoy some of the stuff that he does, mostly the live stuff. But, I do watch some of the stuff. I don't watch everything. And the reason why I'm making this video is because black people, that's who I'm pretty much speaking to right now. This just for black people. So if you're not black, this video really ain't for you. Black people, some of y'all really get on my nerves with your criticism. I say that because I think I just spit. Ever since Madea became popular, black people have had a problem with Madea. I'm talking about a certain group. I'm not talking about everyone. A certain group of people have had an issue with Madea. They've had an issue with the content that Tyler Perry creates. And I understand. People feel like his content perpetuates black stereotypes. People feel like his content is bad for the black community. And I just want to say this because I heard somebody say Tyler Perry is bad for the black community. Newsflash. Tyler Perry is not bad for the black community. The black community is bad for the black community. Period. It makes no sense to me how we can try, and I'm going to include myself, how we can try to blame black issues and why the image of black people is so bad. We can blame it on one person. One person who has grinded in this industry and came from nothing to something and has shows like The Walking Dead filming in his spot. Like, he has this new place in Atlanta, and The Walking Dead, which is some of y'all's most favorite show, is filming on his grounds in Atlanta. Kevin Hart has stages there. Who knows who else? That's just two people I know. Two things that I know about are filming at his studio in Atlanta. But yet y'all are saying he's bad for the black community. Because I'm trying not to curse. That's the main goal. That's the only goal I have in this video, is not to curse. Black people, we are not one-dimensional. There is just not one type of black person. There's just not one type of man. There's just not one type of woman. We are multi-dimensional. We are layered. We are some amazing beings. And it's kind of sad that some of y'all feel like there's only a select few images of black people that should be seen. And to me, what that says is we don't want other people seeing all of us. We don't want people to see the parts of us that we don't like. We don't want people to see the parts of our family that we don't talk to. We don't want people to see the parts of our family that we don't claim because they're not good enough to be seen by those other people. That's what it says to me. Turn on the news. Tell me what you see sometimes. I mean, stereotypes are derived in truth to me. There's truth in every stereotype. And the thing is, just because it's a truth that you can't identify with doesn't mean that it's not a truth. Just because it's something that you've never seen, you can't relate to, you've never even heard of, that doesn't make it invalid. I get tired of people trying to take their own life experiences and the things that they've been through, and they're using that as the basis on what is acceptable and what is not acceptable when somebody is telling their truth. That is not how this world works. We all have had our own experiences. We all have had our own tests, trials, and tribulations, and testimonies. And we all deserve a right to be able to tell our stories the way that we want to tell them. And the biggest issue for me when people start going in on Tyler Perry is the fact that if you really have that big of an issue with Tyler Perry and the content that he creates, A, don't watch, B, don't support, C, shut up and do it yourself. That's really what it's about. And people say, but people don't want to see it. People don't want to see it because they don't want to see it. The daggone Madea Halloween movie has been #1 at the box office for the past 2 weeks. That means somebody out there wants to see it. No matter if it's black, Hispanics, whomever, somebody wants to see it. So if you want to make content that people want to see. Make content that's true to you. You're not selling yourself out because you want to make people laugh. It is so much depressing-ish going on in the world right now, especially with this election. People want to get out and people want to laugh. People want to feel good. And that's what people get when they go see his stuff. People leave with a little pearl of wisdom, and they leave with their cheeks hurting because they've been smiling, their gut hurting because they've been laughing so hard. That movie was so daggone funny. I have not seen a Madea movie that funny, and maybe ever. And the live plays are probably equivalent to how funny that movie was. That movie was hilarious. Freaking hilarious. I'm going to go buy it when it comes out on DVD. And I haven't bought a Madea movie on DVD in a very long time. But that's how funny that movie was. I don't always want to go see a Roots. I don't always want to go see a Birth of a Nation. There's nothing wrong with those types of movies, and there's an avenue for all of that. But everybody doesn't want to see slave movies. Everybody doesn't want to see Fences by August Wilson. Everybody doesn't want to see that all the time. I'm the kind of person, I can see that at different points. I have different times in my life when I want to see movies like that. I may want to see a Spike Lee movie this week, and I may want to see a Tyler Perry movie this week. I shouldn't have to always just have to go to the Nate Parkers and the Spike Lees and not be able to enjoy the Tyler Perrys of the world. Black people, you get on my nerves when you do stuff like that. It pisses me off that you try to blame how the black community looks on one person. When y'all cousins and y'all baby mamas been out here acting a fool for God knows how long, but you don't want to place any blame on their back. It's just like that video I made a long time ago when I was talking about black men going to jail, and we want to have these pity parties for them when they go to jail about how it's so sad and how we're breaking up the family, but he wasn't thinking about the fact that he was going to break up his family when he was out there selling all those drugs. When are we going to take responsibility for the things that we do? Yes, Tyler Perry can put the image out there, but the image is derived in truth. It's based in truth. And to be honest, if you're going to boycott Tyler Perry, boycott every man that's ever dressed up as a woman. Boycott every comedian who has ever done it, regardless of how long they did it, regardless of how successful they were when they did it. Boycott them all. Don't go see Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart's put on the dress. Don't see Eddie Murphy. Don't see Martin. Don't see Arsenio Hall. Don't see any of them. They've all put on a dress. They've all put on drag at some point or another. Yes, they might not have created their career based off of that, but they've done it. And then people act like Madea is the only thing that he does. It's about equal to the movies that aren't Madea and the movies that are Madea. And then, we have a bad case of wanting to pull out the negative stuff and just focus on that. Like I said, if you're looking at a blank sheet of paper and you throw some ink on it, yes, it's going to be very easy to notice the ink, and you're going to want to focus on that black ink. But there's all this white space that's left, that's pure and clean and good. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the good that he does. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that, yes, he may have a black male character in his movies that's bad, but at the same time, he has another character to balance it out. You want to talk about the dark-skinned man is always the villain. The dark-skinned man is not always the daggone villain. Stop making everything light-skinned and dark-skinned. That's not the way it is. It's like you can't make any movies with a light-skinned man as what would be seen as the hero and the dark-skinned man seen as the villain without seeming like you're making a stereotypical movie. Daddy's Little Girl, Idris Elba is dark, and he was the hero. But nobody wants to talk about those kind of situations. You want to focus on the stuff that helps to validate your argument, and that kind of stuff ticks me off when it comes to our community. We tear our people down. We will tear them down and not support within our own community, but we will take that same support and we will go outside of our community, and we wonder why we don't have anything. And we sit and wonder why we don't have anything. Now, I'm not saying that you got to like his stuff. I'm not saying that you have to go see his stuff. But at the very least you could do is respect the hustle that this man has had and respect what he's done to get where he is. At the very least. For me, there's plenty of rappers. I don't listen to rap. There's plenty of artists that I don't like, that I don't want to listen to their music, that I don't want to see their TV shows, that I don't want to watch their movies. So you know what I do? I don't watch them. I don't listen to them. I don't look at it. That's what I do. And I don't talk about it. I don't have to down how Kim Kardashian has made her fortune. I don't have to down that because it's not my business and I don't care. It does not affect how I live my life. The images that whoever puts out about black people does not define who I am. It's not my fault if a person that I meet has based their opinion about what they saw on Love and Hip Hop or what they saw on the Bad Girls Club or what they saw on whatever show on TV. That's not my problem. That's their problem. They have to get to know me to find out who I am. No TV show, no movie, no person other than Travis dictates and depicts who Travis is at the end of the day. So I'm not going to sit here and try to say that he is bad for the black community or she is bad for the black community. No, the black community is bad for the black community. And until the black community realizes they're the problem, nothing's ever going to change. Y'all like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.